The idea for this project came from visiting the nature houses this summer with my nieces, and the nature houses on Vancouver Island are lacking funding to have new displays and activities. And that combined with a conversation I'd had last year with some colleagues that at school, when we give students projects, they often do a great job, put a lot of energy into them, and then the projects just go on a shelf or they go in the recycling bin. And so I contacted the nature houses and asked if we could work with them. And they were hesitant at first because 14-year-olds isn't always what people think is going to make an amazing experience, but they were keen to see what our students could do. So my 3 classes, we went up to the Miracle Beach Nature House and Rath River Nature House and met with the naturalist, and that was the beginning of our project. We went to go assess the situation and check out the current state of the nature house, and also to talk to the naturalist about the goals were. And this was a key piece of this project. I wanted the students to be able to connect with real community members and have a real person to talk to, instead of just their teachers and this false little world that we call school sometimes. So the students came back to school after that trip quite enthusiastic to be able to start putting their ideas down. So we worked all year on the project. Students did research, they developed their idea. They also had, which is really important in project-based learning, they had choice. So they had a choice of any sort of project they wanted to do that would fit what the naturalist said was a goal. So some students chose bees, some chose bears, but anything that they chose to research and write about was their own pathway through not only research, but learning and writing about it. So part of the project was the mathematical side of how do you build, how do you design, how much material do you need, what would the cost be. So students costed out their materials, they drew out 2D and 3D drawings of their plan, all in preparation to actually build.
We're not really done, and I don't know what this is. I didn't do that when I did it, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's some sort of...
Project-based learning is a lot more hands-on and it's a lot more interactive than traditional in-class working, and you get to just explore so much more with your talents and your actual life skills and develop new skills that you never knew you had.
I actually really like this kind of learning because I find that the linear style of learning doesn't really always apply to everyone, and it's not flexible for everyone, whereas this kind of project is more flexible for everyone.
Personally, I thought this was just more exciting, and I don't know, I get kind of bored sometimes in class, and so yeah.
So this has been an amazing project, having the students work on displays to basically bring our nature houses back to life. We haven't had funding from the government in the nature houses since 2002, so all the displays are really old and tired, and visitors that come back every year, they've seen everything that's been in here, so having new energy, new ideas, new information is going to keep everybody really interested and excited, which that's what nature houses are about. But I mean, it's amazing. It's way beyond what I even imagined was going to show up here when I first heard of the idea for the project.
The biggest success for me was seeing the students that always push themselves to the very best of their ability did the same and more, but the students that often do an okay job but often tell me, well, it's good enough, didn't allow that this time. It was amazing to see.